There's almost the colors, psychic colors or hardness that often shield our heart in not very healthy way, that becomes this subtle hindrance to open in our heart and to be loving and also to be happy as a human being. That the inner hardness of the heart can be kind of over accumulation of a series of disappointment. By the way, disappointment is a part of life. It comes from basically this feeling that somehow we didn't get what we want, and our hopes and our aspirations have failed, or maybe life didn't treat us the way we want, or maybe somebody didn't live up to our expectations and our ideals and our projections. Disappointment perhaps start at a very early age, maybe go back far as 2 years old, or maybe even earlier than that. We all remember we went through so many disappointments since we remember who we are, and maybe we didn't get the toy that we wanted, or maybe our parents didn't show up on time, and we didn't get the lollipop right away that we wanted, or the ice cream. So anyway, and then as we continued to grow, then we had kind of more complicated expectation, hopes. Maybe we want to achieve this and that, and somehow our hopes and our desires failed, and then there's a disappointment in which that we can be quite harsh on ourselves. We think that we're not good enough, we're not smart enough, or we are not lucky enough, or we think that maybe we are exceptionally unfortunate among all other human beings, or we can get really sometimes angry at life because life didn't give us blessings to actualize our aspirations. And then also we have sometimes friends and people such as maybe even our spouse or our lovers. We have all kind of expectations about who they are, and also our friends too. We have expectations about our friends, that they should be our friend, they should be always reliable, they always should understand our feelings, and they always should appear there whenever we need them. And they're human beings, they're not perfect, nobody is perfect, but they're human beings, which we tend to forget this very simple fact. And when somebody does something that totally challenges our expectations and our projections, we get disappointed. But we blame them usually. We blame our friend, we blame our spouse, or we blame this and that person, instead of remembering that as human beings, we are not perfect, and we are always also changing. Not only that, people don't exist for us, they exist for themselves. So I think disappointment ultimately comes from a little bit almost infantile mentality, and this belief that everybody should be doing and they should be conducting according to our expectations, projection, which is totally irrational. And once we let go of that infantile mentality, maybe we don't feel disappointment as it used to be. And then whenever we feel disappointment, maybe we can even sit and allow ourselves to feel where that is coming from in our body, maybe either in the heart or belly, and just sit with that feeling, and then to also inquire in order to find out the root of that disappointment, rather than immediately projecting that onto somebody else or onto the world. But then we'll often find that the very root of a disappointment is not really caused by action of the person or the events outside in the realm of reality, but it always has to do with this kind of infantile belief that we have been holding on to, which is this deep belief that the whole world should be revolving around our desire, wanting, which is a totally irrational belief. I think we have to let go of that. To me, disappointment is a very natural thing, but then there's also this sense of immaturity. And as we continue to mature and grow internally, we have less disappointment, and then we have also less that hardness of our heart. And from there on, we can maybe experience more joy in our life, and also maybe we're able to love people more.